Hi, I'm the internet's Larry IRL, and today I'm gonna teach you to do some shit.
3, 4, Larry is better than everybody at doing everything. Yeah.
Hello, YouTube. Larry, in real life here, and welcome to another episode of Learn with Larry. This is a series where I talk about things I've learned, and maybe I can share them with you, and hopefully you'll go away learning something as well. So, today we're talking about specifically lighting in OBS. Uh, in particular, a little filter called the color correction filter. You've probably heard of it, but I feel like it's a little undervalued. It can be used for so many more things than what people are using it for. So I wanted to give some examples of those today, and hopefully you'll go away with a greater appreciation for this amazing, amazing filter. So I'm going to give 3 examples. First of all, a webcam example. I like to use it on my webcam a lot, especially when I'm setting up digital scenes like this one and this more complex one over here. It's just a great way to blend in things to the scene to create a really cohesive and awesome looking final project. So we're gonna start with this scene though. So this is my main cam scene, and I've got just one filter here. Just one filter. It's on my camera. Uh, well, I've got more filters, but just one color correction filter that for this use case. So I've got my chroma key. Spoilers, this isn't a real background. But then I've got my color correction thing, and you can see I've even named it color correct to match room. So if I turn this off, bam, you're gonna notice a bunch of things straight away. I'm too bright for the room, and there's too much white and blue in there. So if I turn it back on, and I noticed that my background had a lot of yellows and reds and oranges and things like that. So using this really cool tool called the color multiply, which kind of blends the original color with the color that you add, hence the name multiply. I added a bit of yellow into this. I think I started off with that base yellow, and then I kind of dialed it back a little bit until I got it to look the way I wanted. Um, I also noticed that my other one was too bright, so I dropped the gamma and the brightness just to remove some of that. Looks like I also added some contrast. I think mostly that just adds some shadows and sharpens things up. But I really do think it makes a huge difference. My next example, I got these post-it notes on the wall here. I recently added them. A friend of mine, Rafi Plays, uses them. I thought it'd be a really great idea. I did ask him first if I could copy his homework, and he said yes. They're in another scene for reasons, but you can see again, this is another simple example. You can see straight away that's the original. They're a lot brighter. I think I applied the filter to the scene. So that's with it off, that's with it on. If I go back to this room, without the filter, they kind of stick out a little bit, but just some simple color correction. Turn down the brightness a little bit. I'm also using this awesome filter called the 3D transform, but that's a whole other video that kind of let me rotate it in 3D space, but it's really cool. I turned down the saturation a little bit. That removes some of the color, and it fits so much better now. It looks really good. That's another example. And the last final example I'll give you guys is a really cool use case for this. I like to do this. There are other filters out there that can do this, but I really like doing it this way. You can see here I got little Bulbasaur, and this little dancing duck, and they kind of hang out on my desk here. But they have these shadows, and these shadows, they weren't pre-rendered into the GIF. So I had to add them post to make it look better. Like, I'll turn the shadow off for Bulbasaur. I wanted to keep him bright, because I like how he pops like that, but um, just adding that shadow just does so much. And the way I did that is super simple. You can do it too. I hope you can see this, but the Bulbasaur's in the group. I've got the Bulbasaur GIF, just that one, and I've got the Shadow, which is just a duplicate of the original GIF, flipped upside down, and using a color correction, I made it look like a shadow. So if I turn this off, I named it Spooky for some reason, but you can see there, it's just a flipped, it's a little bit squashed and flipped version of the original Bulbasaur GIF, and I just multiplied the color with black because I wanted it to be dark like a shadow. I turned the opacity down, so if I turn that back up, you can see it's been multiplied with black. The opacity allows you to make things kind of transparent. I just turned it down to half. I thought, yep, that looks pretty good. I'm a stickler for numbers, so I'm gonna set that to 5. Also gonna change that. But yeah, that's how I did it. It's super simple, but it's super effective, and it's just another great thing you can do with this color correction filter. So I think we're gonna end the video here. I think you get the idea, but just think about lighting a little bit more when you're setting up your scenes. It really does make a huge difference. All these things here, I just tried to match the lighting. I had kind of like a yellow tinge to everything, so I just added all these filters, and I really do think it makes a world of difference. I've been Larry. You've been great. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe and like. This is a new channel. We're trying to get it off the ground. I really do appreciate that if you could. We're doing live streams as well if you want to pop by. But yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. And see.